Welcome to this wonderful tutorial. This is what we're going to be creating. Now, it is going to be a bit of a tougher tutorial than normal, but I think the result is pretty cool looking, so let's get started straight away. First of all, I've already set up a scene with an HDRI right here, and I'm going to add a plane. Now, this plane is going to serve as our liquid, which is going to be the wave, and the wave will be made using dynamic paint, but we'll get to that later. So we got our canvas right here, and I will go into edit mode, Control R. Let's give it some geometry to work with. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do that for this side as well. Let's first select this material, go to the materials and copy material to select it. So now it's already this cool looking chocolate material. Now, to show you the magic, I will select this object, go to the Physics Properties tab, click on Dynamic Paint. I will make this a brush because this is the brush that is going on the canvas. Then I will select this plane. This will be Dynamic Paint, Canvas, Add Canvas, and make sure to set the surface type to Waves. And now if we press on play and drag this out here, then what do you have? We have some ripples from this chocolate going through the plane. Very good. So the base setup is already done. I'm going to select this inner area, this part, and this stick. And I'm simply going to place this down for now. I will click on I, and then perhaps after 3 seconds or 80 frames, it should be all the way on top. Like this. And press I once again. I'm going to make this a linear animation, so press A, T, linear. Now what's happening? Well, this thing is moving through the plane and revealing itself. But it's already chocolate. Wouldn't it be cool if this is gone? And then once it enters through, it becomes this chocolate. That would be very cool. Now, we need some geometry nodes in order to get this to work. Let's do it. Let's go over here, Shift S, cursor to selected. Then I will add in a cube. I will bring this up holding Control, set this to 3D cursor, scale it upwards so we have enough space to work with. And then I will go over here to the Geometry Nodes editor. Click on New, group input is right over there. And basically what we're going to do is use a mesh boolean trick. So Shift A, mesh boolean or boolean mesh boolean, right over here. And the first mesh that we are going to be using is the white one, cube 4. I'm going to call it vanilla. And then I will call this Choco Shell. So we know what we're working with. Click on the geometry nodes, vanilla, placed right in here. Relative, because it has an animation, so we don't want to just use a single position. Geometry into the mesh, and this geometry of the cube can be our Boolean object, which means that right now the white part should be removed. If we plug this in, of course. We have to turn it off in the viewport as well. So now let's see what's going on here. It is moving in and it is disappearing. This white area is disappearing. So all we need to do now is make sure that the black area appears. Now we'll do it. Let's go to the geometry node editor. There you go. Let's select the good one. And I will use another mesh boolean. Take our geometry input and have it be the mesh. I will join the both of these together. And now we need a first mesh, and that is going to be the Choco Shell. Oh, oopsie. Choco Shell, right over here, set it to relative, geometry into the mesh. But now the Choco Shell will basically disappear as well. So we're going to set the operation to intersect. Let's see what's going on now. We have to plug this in again. Let's go to the timeline, and what do we have? Wow, it is working. Some simple math. How amazing is this? And we are getting our chocolate out of here. Alright guys, so there is one more problem, and that is if there is not a solidify modifier on our original vanilla, then watch what happens. I'm going to turn this off in the render. What do we have? We have some terrible shading going on here due to the boolean. This is basically destroying our mesh, and it's also doing it here on the top. This means our render is looking very ugly. So the way to solve this is to go into vanilla, this one, which is our original mesh for this one, if you remember. Then we're going to add a solidify modifier and just leave it to the default settings. This is fine. And if I now render this same image, you will see there's no problem anymore. There you go. So in this way you can solve that problem. And now all we have to do is create a good camera animation and make some good lighting, and then we will be done. I don't like that this is a plane. I want it to be a little bit bigger. So I'm going to simply give it some more geometry. Let's scale up this plane, RX 90, G and Y. Let's bring it right over there. And maybe we'll give it the same type of color as I did in the previous videos. Like shader editor, new, make it brownish and dark. And then we will have a dark background. Let's turn the camera into a Instagram format, 1080 by 1920. Let's make sure it is centered and all. Something like this. We could zoom this in using 80. And perhaps I want to track this along. Maybe something like this. Timeline. It's going to start right here. I think this one can be a little bit faster, but still I'm going to set it to 72. And then it will be right here. And in the camera, I'm going to make sure that this part right here is out of focus. So I will go to the camera properties, go to depth of field, and I will select the chocolate. Then I will play around with the f-stop until this is the case. And that will make it look a little bit better instead of having a plane through which it is just passing there. What I think would be funny is if this area, so let's add a loop cut right there. One of these is going to be yellow and one of these is going to be brown to show the different color contrasts. I will select the top part and this will be assign this type of yellow. Now, if you want to change the waves, you can go into the physics properties tab. And one thing I found that I like a bit is the smoothness going all the way down, because this will make sure that the waves are a little bit higher. You can also play around with the time scale and the speed. If you increase the speed, for example, the water will go like crazy. I don't think this looks very good for a chocolate animation, but nonetheless, this is just something that you can play around with. Here, look at this. Now it's going crazy. Just do with this whatever you like. I found that these settings work fine for what I'm trying to do, so keep that in mind. Time scale at 1, speed at 1. Everything is basically default except for the smoothness, which is 0.1. Now when done, you can click on bake and bake this entire simulation. And then you can render this out. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, click on subscribe and I'll see you in the next one.
Cocoa chocolate, chocolate, Magnum ice, it's chocolate, choco chocolate.